Hi everyone, it is Roslyn here. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I'm going to do this makeup tutorial for you. It is a cut crease with a simple nude lip. I absolutely love this look. If you love this look as well, please like and subscribe my channel so that way you can stay tuned for my future videos. I am very brand new. This is only my second video here on YouTube, so I would absolutely appreciate any support that I get. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. We are using the Mica Bella eyeshadow primer and putting that on with a flat synthetic brush, and make sure that it is put all over the lid and evenly dispersed so that way your shadow will go on nicely in your next step. Today we're using Morphe and a Lise Watier fluffy brush to put on your transition colors. Your transition colors should be the lightest color that you put on your lid, and as you're putting that on, make sure that it is nicely blended. This transition color will help with the darker colors that you put on your lid later. So as you can see, I'm just going to blend and blend and blend and make sure that everything is put on evenly and placed in the same symmetrical place as the other eye. So now we are going to move on to our next darkest color. I changed my brush, and this brush is still pretty fluffy, but it's going to disperse a little bit more color and pigment because even though it is still fluffy, it's just a little bit more dense. I'm going to move on to an even darker brown. I didn't switch my brush this time, but I am making sure that I concentrate the color on my outer V of my eye. So now we're moving on to the cutting crease portion. You're going to take some concealer and put it a little bit higher than your mobile lid. And as you put the concealer on, it is going to erase the color that you already deposited. I take a sharp angled brush and I cut that out as much as possible. And then I move on to my next eyelid and try to make sure that it is as symmetrical as possible, that they are, you know, very even. That is kind of the hardest part for me when I do these cut crease looks. So as you can see, I fill in everything with the concealer as opaque as possible to make sure that there's no color left from the stuff that I had put on before. And I just do a few little corrections where I thought I made a mistake, and now I'm going to move on to eyeliner. Today I'm using the Stila liquid eyeliner, and I do it in very small, slow sections. I try not to go too quick with it because I don't like going in later and fixing it up. So as you can see, I draw a little bit, I look, make sure that it's done properly, and you know, I've done it a million times and I still do this. So now I'm going in with my Smashbox primer and putting it into the skin to prep for foundation, which will be coming up next. This is a really good primer. I love it, and I concentrated on my T-zone, which are usually my troubled areas. So now I'm going to move on to foundation, which is this Makeup Forever foundation stick, and I'm using this brush that I got from Winners, and I absolutely love this brush. It is a knockoff of the Artiste brush, but I didn't want to go and purchase the Artiste brush. I didn't like the way the handle and everything was, so I got the knockoff and I absolutely love it. It's very dense and it's, you know, super awesome. I don't like cleaning it though. That is the only downfall. So now I am using my NYX concealer. I always do the triangle method because I have such a round face. And I will put this under my eyes, under my nose, my cupid's bow, between my eyes, and I will blend it in with my Morphe brush. And make sure that as I am blending this in, I'm using dabbing motions, not swiping motions. The swiping motions will actually start to smudge and move the concealer around, and you don't want that. So when you are doing this, please make sure that you dab to make the product stay in place. Now we're going to move on and set everything with this NYX powder in a nice fluffy brush that is also from Morphe. I'm sorry, I think pretty much all of my brushes are from Morphe in this video, but I do actually really like them. So here I am setting. And now we are going to move on to the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I really, really love this bronzer as well, and it smells like vacation, so it is absolutely awesome. I do tilt a lot when I put on my bronzer to make sure that I am going upwards and not putting any color down on my lower jawline. And I move this up to my forehead and I blend and blend and blend when I do this step, because I don't want any sort of harsh lines and I want everything to be seamless and blended properly. So even after I'm done videoing, I will still go in and do more blending just to make sure that I don't get any muddy appearance. I do it under my neck just to, you know, give the illusion that I don't have a double chin, which we all do. Well, I guess not all of us, but I do sometimes. So now we're moving on to our blush, and I'm using a Wet n Wild blush that I absolutely love as well. And I'm going to take my blush brush and concentrate this color on my, not on my apples of my cheeks, more like underneath, as you can tell, which gives me illusion that I have cheekbones and that my face isn't so round. So every single time that I do blush, I do this technique. And now we're going to also contour our nose. I don't go too ham with the contouring, so I just use a fluffy brush, go very, very lightly, and it's more just to tie everything together and make everything proportionate. But yeah, I try not to go too crazy, and what I do, I make sure that I blend very, very, very well. And now we are going to go on to our Becca Moonstone highlighter. I start by highlighting the nose, and then I'll go down to the Cupid's bow to make my lips look a little bit more full. And when I'm done the lips, then I will move on to the cheeks. I don't go too crazy with the highlighter on days that I am just going out and about. If I'm going out on a night out with the girls or something, I will make it a little bit more heavy, but today I'm just going very lightly with it. And now we are going to move on to putting that highlighter on your inner corner of your eyes. This is going to brighten everything up, make your eyes appear bigger. Put a little bit of that highlighter underneath your brow bone as well. And these are just little extra touches that I love to do. Now we're moving on to the Makeup Forever Trio. I use the brown color and I'm going to do my lower lash line and blend this with a very small blending brush. I don't go too far down with my lower lash line just because I can't quite pull it off like other beauty gurus do. So I will do this very quickly and then I will move on to doing my lashes. So lashes that I'm putting on today are a custom pair that I actually made myself with just putting a few different pieces together and gluing them. As you can see, when I put my lashes on, I put them while I was looking down and I placed them from top to bottom. I find that the easiest way to do it is so that way you can do like a one shot, get it done and go. And as you can see, it makes a big difference with lashes and without. So now we're working on our second eye, and you can see that I have a little piece of white glob glue there. So I take a black shadow and my brush and I just tight line on my eye there to make sure that I get rid of any appearance of white glue. And this helps as you take your makeup pictures later, so everything's like super dark and you don't get that like really crusty, I don't know, glue look. I hate that. So here we are, and I am starting my lip liner. When I do my lip liner, I have to make sure that I'm very precise and very careful because the points on my lips are actually very uneven. My right side of my lip is lower than my other one, so I have to make sure that they are done in a way that makes them look even. I actually didn't realize that I even had this issue until I started videoing a couple weeks ago. And yeah, so now I'm going on with my lip gloss from L'Oreal. I actually really like this Nude. It's great for a drugstore if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. So thank you everybody for watching. I absolutely appreciate you guys staying tuned till the end. Please like and subscribe my channel and follow me for future videos. Going to put my other social media accounts in the description box below. Thank you everybody for watching. I love you. Until next time.